Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ere Lomo FM on 110.10. There's a controversial issue going on about a song produced by DJ Sleek. What is the meaning of Happy Pin? The first caller to get this answer will win a lovely prize. Toyota.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for passing through again. Today we're going to be doing an easy DIY on a zip clutch bag. It's going to be quick, simple. It's going to probably take about 30 minutes, if that. That's how simple it is. This bag can be used for a makeup bag, or a casual bag just to go out with, a clutch should I say, to go out with, or you can even make it a dress up, an outing bag too. Again, just depending on the different fabrics that you use. But yeah, it's quick and easy, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If there's any questions or anything that I haven't explained well or I didn't show well, please leave your comments and I will surely get back to you. So yeah man, what's up man? What's up man? Ciao, enjoy the tutorial. Things needed for this project. So we're going to need a ruler, a pair of scissors, a blade cutter, I don't know what they call this thing actually, but yeah, and some pins, and obviously we're going to need the fabric that we're using. In this case I'll be using denim and Ankara. So you need 2 pieces of the denim and 4 pieces of the Ankara, all the same size. Oh yeah, and you will need a zip. Okay guys, so with your fabric, first of all you cut out the pieces. So in this instance, this one is 10.5 inches by 8 inches. So in this case 8 inches, so you need to cut out 6 pieces, which is 2 denim, and I have 4 pieces of Ankara. I'll be using it to make the bow. The Ankara I'll be using to make the bow, and I'll be using for the lining. So let's get started. But another thing I always like to do with all my materials most of the time is I like to always iron it out, just so everything's just smooth and and just everything's just equal and smooth really. So yeah, I'll move on to the next step. Okay guys, something I forgot to mention earlier, you also need to cut out 2 rectangle pieces. That is 4.5 inches by 1.5 inches, and then sew on both sides, on the long sides, and then turn it inside out. You're going to use this for the middle of your bow. Okay, so at the beginning we had cut out 6 pieces of material, all the same size. So the 2 pieces were denim and we had 4 pieces of Ankara. So we're now going to take 2 pieces of the Ankara and the good side facing each other, so the pretty side facing each other, and this is going to be for the bow. So we're now going to sew across. You can sew all the way around if you want to, and then leave a gap here so that we can turn it inside out. Otherwise you can either just sew along the top and along the bottom and then turn it the right way around. So I've now sewn all around the edges, good sides together. So this is the wrong side, so I've sewn it all the way around, leaving a small gap at the top. So I've left the gap here. So I'm going to turn it inside out now. Okay, let's do this. So now all the edges should be really neat. So just use your fingers, or finger should I say, to poke out the edges to give you that nice sharp look, or you can use a pen or something just to give you that nice square look again. Please don't do this at home, but yes, I'm going to use my scissors because that's the closest thing to me, just to poke out the edge. But don't do this at home because you may tear your material and you wouldn't want that. So yeah, Okay, so now I have created my bow, and I will show you the next step. So now you have this little gap here, but you see, up to you. You can either just go across it like that, but if you're going to go across it here, you can either just go across it, because we're actually, when we fold it up, you're not going to see the bow, you're not going to see that far anyway. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so to create the bow, as I said earlier, you need 2 pieces of denim. I think I said 4.5 inches by 1.5 inches. And you sew this side and this side, and then turn it inside out, or turn it the right way around rather. So now this is what we're going to use to create the bow. So I didn't actually sew the hole up here, but if you want to, you can sew it up. But this is how we're going to create the bow from here, from where the hole is. And then we're going to put this around it, and then that's our bow. So how we're going to do that first now is fold this in half and sew across here, and then turn that inside out, and then we'll feed the bow inside. And then okay, so we've created our ring, so we're now going to make excuse the little babbling in the background, that's Autumn talking. So we're going to feed it through here, the anchor, and create our bow. Okay, so with the final pieces of materials, we have 4 pieces left, 2 denim and 2 anchor. We're going to join these pieces. This is the side that is 10.5 inches. We're going to join the 2 pieces together and sew across. The same thing we're going to do with the anchor. Join the 2 pieces and sew across, and I'll show you the next step. Okay guys, so I've sewn the 2 anchor pieces together across here, so now it's one piece. I was about to sew the denim together, but then I remembered I needed to put the zip in. So basically we're going to put the zip in first, because it just makes it that little bit easier. And this is how I put my zip in. So basically with the zip, put this part of the zip facing down to the right side of the denim, basically right sides together. So you've got the right side of this facing the right side of the denim, and then you're going to stitch across here, and then you're going to do the same thing on this side. So right sides together again and stitch across. Okay guys, so now I've put the zipper together on the 2 pieces of denim. Okay guys, so the next step now is to place your bow onto your denim how you would like it. Basically I'm going to try and stretch mine a little bit, because I think my bow is a little bit small, and pin it down here, so that when I'm hemming the bag together, it will literally just catch it a little bit on both sides, so it will hold the bow in place. I hope I'm explaining myself well. So place the bow on the right side, which will be in the inside of the material, so that when you sew the seams down, the bow should just catch in the middle somewhere, so that it will hold the bow in place. Okay guys, so I've pinned this side down, as you can see. I've just caught the edge of the bow here, so I'm just about to do this side now. So I'm just stretching the anchor a little bit, even though it's not stretch material, but I'm just stretching it over, and I'm gonna pin this side too. And now I'm going to sew right around from the zipper side. I'm going to sew right around, going to close it up, and I'll show you what's next. Okay, so I've sewn around the clutch, so it's all done now. So I'm now going to turn it the right way around. Use your finger to point the edges out. So yeah, that's that. basically that's all come out now. Adjust your bow. And there, as you can see, it caught the edges when I was sewing, so now the bow is sturdy. But if you want to make it more sturdy, you can just hand stitch it slightly. Just put like a little knot here, there, and here, and here, and then that will, you know, make sure that the bow stays there at all times. But to be honest, it's not going anywhere. There. And it's always going to stand straight. Okay. So now for the lining, which I'll show you now. Okay guys, this is the lining. As you remember earlier, we sewed the two pieces of Ankara together. So I'm now just sewing the two sides, which on this side, and then I'm going to leave this part open, which is where the zip is going to be. So this part's going to, the long side is going to be open. Yeah. So I've sewn along the the three sides now. So as you can see, this part is open, and that's where the zip's gonna be. So I'm about to put that in. Okay guys, we're nearly there now. So like I said, we sewed around the lining so that it's made it into like a little purse. So now you put the lining around, turn it the right way round so that the seams are neat. And then you turn the clutch bag itself inside out and then feed the clutch into the lining. So once you've done that, okay, so now that we've fed the clutch bag into the lining, we're now going to attach the lining like this. I hope we can see. So where the zipper is, you now put the lining just underneath the first stitch that you did, and then fold it over and then pin it here like this. So I'll just show you this first side, and then I'll show you exactly how we're going to sew the outside, or how we're going to sew it together. So just again, just the lining and the zipper, put them together like so, and then fold the zipper over like this, so it gives a nice clean, neat finished, or finish rather. Okay guys, now so once you've pinned your lining in, this is what it should look like. It should be looking neat like this. It's probably better off pinning it on the outside, to be honest, because it will be easier to sew on the machine later. Like this. Yep. So once you've pinned it all the way around and you've got your lining in place, you're now going to do from the outside, you're now going to sew across with the sewing machine, or if you're hand sewing this, then hand sew across closer to the top where the zip is, and you're going to do it all the way across and also around on the other side too. And yeah, that's your finished clutch. So I will show you some pictures when it's finished, and
on my Range Rover, slowly seeping. So far I got back in the range. Can't you see I roll with the latest bad nigga with the Versace? They know me. Send me up in the club, doing my thing, serving up some Hennessy. Yeah, I'ma take it out of places, make it go crazy on the bed. I promise I ain't never lazy. Cause that's good bad nigga with the Versace. Wanna let you know that I go low for you. You can ask my crew.